Hey guys, Gameboy 3800 here once again with a really cool big box. It is quite the box. It is a Sony speaker box, and today is my review of it. It's pretty bad. Okay, let's go over what's inside of it. I'm using an old DDR1 memory stick as my cutting knife today because why not? There we go. I somewhat managed to open it. It's got a lot of broken styrofoam pieces. And it's in a bag. I can get rid of the broken box now and have that be forgotten forever. And now we get to what we have actually been waiting for. In this laptop bag is what I believe to be one of the coolest old school laptops ever made. I would dub it the Lead Sled of laptops, and you'll see why in just a second. Opening it up, we get it here. And we have a bunch of other things in this bag, so I'll just leave it over here. But here it is, the Lead Sled laptop. It's quite a big old laptop. This is one of the earliest 15-inch laptops, if not the earliest, the first. This is a Pentium 2 300 megahertz machine. That's the bottom. Everything looks in good shape. Just a few light scratches up top. Oof, hinges are very tight. I will have to loosen them here. And here it is in all its glory. You can tell this is an old Sega design by the mouse buttons. And on top of it lied what looked like a finger nub, but I don't see one. Does not hold a charge, I guess pretty obviously. Yeah, oof, those are some tight hinges. Wow, I cannot speak. Oh, look at this. It has a little lift up feet. That's the end of an era. Give it a little bit of extra cooling or a better typing angle. That's cool. And I thought, like, the lift up feet era died with, like, Pentium MMX laptops, not Pentium 2/Pentium 3s. Because you could get this model with the Pentium 3, but this one's got a Pentium 2, so it's a cheaper model. And look at that, it does have USB. I did not expect that. It's got a sliding door for the docking port if you only want to use that, and then the rest of it opens under a panel. You got the weird looking power plug over here. Thankfully I do have the power plug. Looks like I could have used an old Dell one if I wanted to. And right here we have PCIe bus cards, some audio drive, my headphones, a floppy drive. On the front we have nothing but the screen latch, and on the left side we have nothing but an early DVD-ROM drive. DVD-ROM in a Pentium 2? I was not expecting that. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to want to loosen these hinges. Looks like I can just by doing that. Awesome. Is that a fan vent or speaker vent? I can't tell. Oh, looks like I cannot just by doing that. I need to lift up the middle panel, it seems. Oh well, I'll do that later. It'll be fine to open up a few times. I just don't want to do it too much. Alright, let's go ahead, start taking a look at what's in the bag. In the very front, we got a few cables. One of them is a phone line connector, because I don't believe I saw any other methods of connectivity other than the modem card. And here's our power adapter. Yeah, this is definitely an aftermarket adapter. It's way too light to be from the 90s. So that's a shame, but oh well, as long as it works. Looks like it works. I got the power plugged in. And I'll leave the modem cables in there for now. What else do we have? We have a lot of old documentation and other cables and drives here. Alright, I'll go over all the floppies one by one here. Windows 95 or 98 VGA driver. We're probably going to need that. Got a DVD-ROM, CD-ROM driver for suspend. I don't know what suspend is. There's a fax modem. That's what that modem cable is for. And there's some bitware for Windows. I have no idea what that is. I guess I'll find out. We have a classic AOL 8.0, all new. Now with no credit card requirements. I feel like it should have been in a sleeve, but as long as it works, that doesn't matter. There's some form of old papers in here. Oh, keyboard support installation. What does this do? Some MPEG support card. It must already be installed. I didn't see any other pieces of hardware for the laptop inside this bag. Some sort of check to make sure you plug in the CPU properly. And it says that this way is wrong, but it looks like either way could be perfectly fine. I'll be honest, they both plug in. I suspect nobody will listen to this. I will put these papers back in this bag and never look at them again, because I don't know what they're for. This one's got the user guide for bitware. Oh, it's a fax data software, that's what it is. And then we have what looks like the original manual for this notebook. That's cool. Warranty, trademarks. Yeah, look at that. Get some power info. You know what? Maybe this isn't the unoriginal power adapter. The power adapter in the picture looks exactly the same as this one. What do you know? I thought for sure this would be an aftermarket. Maybe it is, and it's just got the same design. What do I know? Got the battery pack info, how to open the screen lid, battery indicators and stuff like that. Stereo speakers. That's cool. Oh well, I can look through this later. Next up, there's a prostar warranty policy. This is a prostar laptop. It's the only bit of branding, and that's on the top lid. Everywhere else it just says notebook. Now this is just the modem user's manual. Got some more floppy disks. The MPEG-2 S3 driver. and then MPEG to player. So it just seems like all the MPEG stuff is for the DVD driver. I don't know why it requires you to install something different. Attachment for 8200 series notebook computer. That's what this is. It just says use the included diskettes. Battery recharge guide. I think we know how to do that. This paper's all crumpled up. It shows how to use the PCI modem. So I guess the PCI modem came standard with this. That's cool. It's got different dial-up channels you could use. That's funny. And finally, we have the driver's disk. It's got drivers, applications, and utilities, apparently. And that seems to be all the included software and bundle that came with this. That's really cool. I would call this just about complete, minus the box. I would argue that this is the original carrying case, too. The leather is old enough, that's for sure. Alright, let's just close this to make it easier to move away. And now, let's see if I can power this up. I say obviously, I'm not sure. I don't think this has a hard disk in it, but if it does, I don't think it'll boot or show into BIOS because it's not going to be configured. This is a really weird connector, I will give it that. There we go. I eventually found out how to plug it in. You know what, let's do it with the little lift-up feet to give it that little bit of extra ventilation and clearance that it so desperately needs. Is there anything in the old DVD drive here? Nope, it's just very loud. Yeah, the CMOS battery gets dead. We know. Pentium 3, 200 megahertz, 4 megabytes of video RAM. So this might be an ATI Rage LT Pro or whatever the card was called. The same card that's in my FOSA unit, but this would be an earlier edition of it, I guess. Control Alt S to go into BIOS. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's see if I can get the screen brightness to go up for you guys here. A little bit. All right. Yes, haha, the Pentium 2 with the BIOS mouse cursor. I love it. Where are the vents? I don't feel any vents up the back here. How about this side? Oh, there we go. That's what a fan is, I guess. And keyboard? Keyboard does feel pretty good, I will give it that. Let me try a normal typing angle here. It's a little bit spongy, it's a little bit light on the keystroke, but it doesn't feel bad. I'm surprised. And you'll notice it does have the full number pad. Of course, an old machine like this having full number pads. I want to say this is the first proper laptop with a number pad. I could be wrong though if you want to count the portables, because I know the portables came with full keyboards. But modern day laptop with the clam shell close, whatever, and the trackpad down here. Or is this the first model to have the number pad, I wonder? Uh, 15.1 inch display. Let's look at the memory. And the memory specs. It's got 640 kilobytes of base memory, 64 megabytes of extended memory. So this is a pretty good. It's system here, for memory at least for the time. It's got 4 megs of cache, external cache. Is that counting the modem as cache, I wonder? Let's go under disks. I'm not seeing any hard disks. Let's see if we can get it to boot up or anything here. It's hilarious. What is that? There's no boot media. But that's a BIOS boot sound. That's like Apple. When you first press it on, it goes dun. I know that's a horrible representation of that, but that's exactly what this is. Except, you know, it's right after the post. I'm going to go ahead and power down. And flip the feet back up here. And no one. I want to find out where the hard disk is. I feel like you can access just about everything without screws here. Yeah, look at this. You can take out the DVD drive, clean it, replace it, whatever. You can do the same for the floppy drive here too. And I suspect this will be the battery. Oh no, we do have a hard disk. Look at this. It's a 4 gigabyte. I don't know why it's not being detected though. Ah, it's not got the jumper cables. That's what we need. For the old IDE drive, sometimes you need to have a jumper cable for master or slave. I will see if I can find one, and if that will be our fix to not booting up. Maybe it's just not got an OS on it. Maybe it works fine. One thing I do need to get though, sadly, I hate to admit this, but I need a Windows 98 disk. I'll get that eventually though. That'll be it for now though. If you guys enjoyed the Lead Sled of notebooks arriving, then please do go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks. Game Boy out. We'll see you in the future.